this quite possibly could be the toughest vote that you take. I know that's the case for me. I voted yes on the amendment, and I'm voting yes on third reading. And let me just take a few minutes to explain why. First of all, nobody should celebrate should this bill pass, because we should have never gotten to this point to begin with. It is shameful and it is embarrassing. And never should we have gotten to the point where we are literally on the brink of collapse for the state of Illinois. Come tomorrow morning at the open of business, if we don't get this done, we will become the first state in the history of the United States of America, the first state in the history of the United States of America to be in junk bond status. After that point, regardless of whatever deal we get, it's going to cost hundreds of millions of dollars more to get the deal done. Not to mention, the trajectory that we are on right now is immoral. We have to have a budget. We have to have a budget. Healthcare providers are owed billions of dollars. Small business owners are carrying the weight on their shoulders for the entire state. Their lines of credit have dried up. Their vendors are cutting them off. What are we going to do with those people that suddenly have nowhere to live? What's the game plan? Is the National Guard going to take them? Are we shipping them off to other states? We're broke. We have no money. We have to have a budget. And for goodness sakes, do I have to explain why it's important for our kids to go to school come this fall? In my district, there is a very, very high likelihood that the Canton School District will not open. The simple truth is that without this, we will lose thousands of lives and thousands of jobs. And the alternative is so much worse. I don't like this. This isn't easy. This is really, really difficult. But the alternative is much worse than this. The alternative is literally taking our state off the cliff. We need to end this. This needs to stop. Now, I know that by voting for this, there's going to be threats, there's going to be bullying tactics. They're already happening because the fact of the matter is both sides have extreme fringe groups that don't always tell the truth, believe it or not. And both sides are doing that, and there's no trust in this place. This environment, all we have is a very toxic environment with political gotchas. It's got to end. It has to stop. We can't continue to do this to our state. At the end of the day, I'm going to be able to rest easy because I'm going to know that we've saved billions of dollars in spending, we've saved hundreds of millions of more by avoiding junk bond status, and we've saved lives, and we've saved jobs. Now, many of us talk all the time, and we have big issues and we have small issues. And you have to decide, and we compromise, and you have to decide, is this the sword that I'm going to die on? And sometimes you have to turn the other way and say, no, I got to pick my battles. But for me today, right here, right now, this is the sword that I am willing to die on. And if it costs me my seat, then so be it. I carry with me all the time a poem, and many people that know me well, that I have these words with me at all times. And I just want to share these words with you briefly, because I think the body could help with this, and I'll be very brief. It says, it's the Anyway poem, and it's made famous by Mother Teresa. And it says, people are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may accuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win some false friends and some true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest and frank anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do good anyway. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, give the world the very best you have. And it may never be enough, but give the world the very best you have anyway. Now, I am not perfect, but I try very, very hard to live my life that way. And I assure you that I give this job the very best that I have every day. And I urge you to please consider voting yes on this so that we can put this insanity behind us once and for all and avoid being the first state in the history of the United States to go into junk bond status. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.